Well, what a day it is. We have got New World Aeternum update 1.1.3, and there's some really juicy things in here. So we're going to go through the patch notes. I'm live on Twitch as I record this, so if you see me looking at Twitch chat or something, ignore them. They know who they are. They know what's going on. This patch, though, very important. It is going to bring the Turkey event, which I think might have a new flail. I don't remember that from last year. But there's some really important things in this update. Namely, the Hatchet's getting a nerf and Lock-On is getting a nerf. Now, we can go through all the patch notes if we really want to, but I don't really want to do that. We're going to do it anyway. There's a couple of issues being fixed with Barnacles and Black Powder. Don't really care about that. Hate that dungeon. One of the worst ones. Just is what it is. That's my thoughts. There is a DirectX 12 beta client change, which is apparently addressing some of the crashes and stuff like that. All right, decent. They fixed issues that cause players to get stuck when changing shards. Who's changing shards? I mean, are there even that many people in the game that we need that? I'm not even sure about that. They fixed various issues that cause crashes through the particle systems. I mean, that's so vague. I have no idea what they're talking about. Just some random crashing, apparently. In the war, they fixed an issue that allowed defending players to gain entry to the attacker's camp. One of the classics that kind of feel like that keeps, happening. Now, for the Hive of the Gorgons, which is the new 10-man raid, which I actually really enjoy, by the way, Echidna's reward will now spawn in the middle of the arena. Basically, it probably meant that some people weren't getting the rewards because they weren't able to get to it, but there you have it. Now, they've also fixed an issue that led to being unable to respawn after death. Pretty important issue if you are going to get that issue, let's be honest. They've also fixed an issue that prevented PlayStation players from unlocking PlayStation trophies. Literally, do not care. They fixed an issue that with boss spawns and expeditions and trials. Could be anything. No idea what that is. They fixed an issue that allowed players to mantle to areas higher than intended. I'm going to admit, I wasn't actually 100% sure what that meant, but I'm pretty sure now mantle means jumping. And in the arena, for example, there's certain areas that you can get to that I think you're probably not meant to be able to get to. I think it means that, and this one might be equivalent to the one above. Then there are some changes when it comes to the AI. They fixed an issue that caused Typhoon to get stuck and prevent progression. Never seen it happen, but that would suck. Fixed an issue with Heru, sometimes causing a wipe. Oh, never seen it again. A lot of these I've just never seen, never even heard anybody talk about, but they're fixing them. They fixed an issue that allowed people to defeat Avarice in the Eternal Pool more easily than intended. Now, what I don't see on here, by the way, is a little exploit with the Gorgon, with the last boss Medusa, but we're not going to talk about it. It's quite funny, though. They fixed an issue where AI could be stunned or staggering while retreating. You know what they really need to fix? Like getting staggered and stunned in dungeons. Like when you're getting like cluster flipped and you just get staggered everywhere, it's very annoying. I mean, it's not a bug, it's just annoying. They fixed an issue where hitting Medusa with the cleansing throwables at the start of a fight could make it so that the health bar never appears. Again, never seen it. Who cares? Let's get to the juice. Let's get to the juice. They fixed an issue where you could take damage while blocking with a shield if you perform certain actions. Again, no idea. Fixed an issue where Void Blade basic attacks could override triggering some of its abilities. Now, here, there have been quite a few exploits, and I'm not sure if some of these are trying to fix. That might be one of them. The next one, though, that's not a fix. This is just a straight up nerf. They have slightly, and I think maybe the word here slightly needs to be increased, but let's hope it's maybe a bit bigger than what they're letting on here. They've slightly reduced the homing of Hatchet's basic attacks to address how sticky it is. They've said slightly, but in conjunction with another change in a minute, that might be enough. So let's see. They fixed an issue where equip load bonuses did not always persist after teleport. That's a big one. Basically, if you didn't change your weight or you change your armor into a different weight class and then back, you were often not getting your crit defenses. So you get wrecked, basically. Apparently it's fixed. It better be fixed because it's a pain in the backside trying to change gear. It's awful. It was awful. Stupid, basically. They fixed an issue where unnatural stuttering could occur for players when using heavy attacks. Not seeing it. Don't know what it is, but good. The next one is kind of the juice. They've made the following updates to target lock in PvP. This is going to please a lot of people, might annoy some console players, might annoy some PC users. There's a whole lot of, a big conversation with this. What a lot of people are doing is simply macroing it, right? You put it on so that you macro a button where you press an ability, it locks on, does the ability, and then locks off. And it's awful. It really feels like it's not been thought through, but it's also just very strong for certain weapons like the blunderbuss and stuff like that. Anyway, one of the things that they have done, or two of the things that they have done, is they have reduced the aim speed when target locked onto an enemy player. So, the turning and stuff like that, it's going to be slower, which means you will miss a little bit more, I believe. Good. And they're also pausing the aiming and the turning when you're locked onto an enemy target when they dodge. So if they dodge, it won't track them. That's actually pretty big. So this combined with the hatchet change, these are the good stuff right here, right now. Now, there's a couple of extra ones, but really, those ones are huge. No comment on the blunderbuss. The blunderbuss to me is a little bit weird. It doesn't necessarily feel ubiquitously strong. I just messed up that phrase, but it doesn't matter. But apparently people are saying the lock-on is just making it ridiculous. And I am getting blown up occasionally by a blunderbuss, but then I'm not sure if that's to do with other exploits or things that are broken, like the elemental ring, not the elemental ring. I can't the new ring from the raid. Apparently that's broken. It's working off dots and achievements when it's not supposed to. People are stacking that and just getting insane empowers. There's a whole lot of different things causing a variety of different issues, which all need addressing, and this patch does not do all of those. Please do that, Amazon, because we need that quite quickly. There's a couple of other things here. Fixed it so you can, you can actually modify L1, LB. Not bothered about that. Fixed an issue where the debug gnome was, instead of loading player names. This one here where you've been killed by, there was some bearded guy who was killing everybody. That's apparently fixed. And they've also fixed an issue where player names did not appear in chat. I mean, these are all just little changes. I never really got these. Don't really care about them. It is what it is. They've also fixed some stuff with the turkey and some of the Night Veil recipes and patterns. Not asked about that. The two major changes here are the ones to lock on and the ones to the hatchet. We need to see what that's like, but that could really go a long way addressing the hatchet right now. I personally think the hatchet might need toning down anyway, like Berserk and stuff like that. It feels very like kind of toxic at the minute. It's not very fun to play against, to be honest with you. I think when they introduced the hatchet at the start and everybody was complaining about it and they then got rid of stagger, I think what they should have done is get rid of hatchet, but I'll just keep that to myself. I haven't kept it to myself. I've mentioned it now. Anyway, like and subscribe. Bye.